two All-Ireland Senior Camogie Semi Finals, and the defending champions Sarsfields from Galway beat the Cork champions, who are also called Sarsfields. They won in a game that finished 2-10 to the Galway Sarsfields, 1-6 to the Cork Sarsfields. And it was the experience that proved to be vital for the defending champion Sarsfields from Galway. Clara Donoghue, Clodagh McGrath, Siobhan McGrath, Rachel Murray, all to the fore as they get this victory and go into the All-Ireland Camogie Final, where they will be playing Dicksboro from County Kilkenny.
Yeah, brilliant result for Sarsfields from Cork. And we did say Sarsfields would win this game. So
who would have thought
it? Exactly, yeah. But Sarsfields from Cork, look, they had 1-2 for play. Kate Fennessy getting the goal, Holly Hurley, Orla Mullins, very good performances and appearance for them. But this was probably a game too far for them. And they just, we talked about Kilcormac Cloghie last week, or Clonera in the LGFA. It kind of came too soon for this Sarsfields from Cork. It just came too soon for them. They've had a brilliant year, winning the Cork Championship, winning the Munster Championship. Nobody expected them to do it. Nobody expected them to beat Shandoon and Drummond Inch in the same year. Fair play to them. But Sarsfields and Galway are just a different animal. You have the McGrath sisters there. Siobhan was absolutely superb with 1-2. Clara Donoghue, what a performance from her. 1-2 for play. Very good to him, in fairness. Clodagh McGrath, another one, Caoimhe Kelly, Rachel Murray, Shannon Corcoran, another good young player there. Orla McGrath, not sure she fits for the team now, but she's a very good player in general. So there is very good players in the Sarsfields side that definitely fancy their chances in completing the 2 in a row in 2 weeks' time against Dicksboro. They have a very good chance of doing that. And yeah, I think the manager is actually Hopper McGrath. I think he's the father of the McGrath sisters as well.
Michael McGrath, Michael Hopper.
Michael Hopper, yeah, what a name. But brilliant from that family in particular, and another family in the club in GA, and another club that seems to be dominating the sport of camogie.
Yeah, no, they are absolutely fantastic. And look, last year it was one of those where I couldn't see them not winning the All-Ireland Camogie title, no matter who they came up against. And look, they beat Loughgiel Shamrocks in the final, which Loughgiel lost in the other semi-final. So they lost to Dicksboro by 2-13 to a goal and 10. So Dicksboro through to the All-Ireland final after beating Loughgiel. 2 second-half goals from Asha McCarty proved the crucial scores in this game. Jenny Clifford and Aoife Prendergast also to the fore. It was the second half that won this game for Dicksboro. Loughgiel were leading by 1-8 to 6 points at half-time. Roisin McCormack, Annie Lynn, they were all to the fore. Katrine Dobin hit the goal in the 5th minute. And yet Dicksboro roared back into the second half, dominated, held Loughgiel to just 2 points in that half. And at the same time, they also hit 2-7 themselves. So that has got them through to the final.
Outstanding performance, I will say, in the second half, and probably the best performance of one half of camogie, of ladies football or whatever sport of the weekend. I think it was brilliant, to be honest. The whole Loughgiel to 2 points and to score 2-7 themselves. It was brilliant, in fairness to Dicksboro. And Asha McCarty, as you mentioned there, very good, underrated player in many ways for Kilkenny, the Kilkenny Camogie team. To get those 2 goals were absolutely vital in the game. Aoife Prendergast, another good performance from her, scored 7 points. Amy Clifford, another good performance. Rachel Dowling. There are very good players in the Dicksboro team, and they do have good pedigree coming from Kilkenny. Like, Kilkenny's a very good county for camogie. They'll definitely be the underdogs going against Sarsfields in 2 weeks' time, but they'll definitely fancy their chances at the same time. Like, they're under no pressure. The same as Ballymacarbry in the LGFA. Under no pressure whatsoever to get the job done. And they'll go in, slightly under the radar. They'll go in nicely, and they'll definitely fancy their chances in putting up a good performance in the fight. But Loughgiel Shamrocks, they had a good year last year, decent year now this year, but they ultimately got beaten after. Dicksboro had a very good second half performance, and ultimately Loughgiel's performance in the second half just wasn't enough. Roisin McCormack and Katrine Dobin, other than them 2, they got 2 points, and ultimately that's just not enough to win those sort of big crunch games.
No, that's it. And look, going into that final, like, obviously big credit to Loughgiel on the year that they had. They dominated Ulster again. They are the best team up north. But look, coming into this game, I was very confident in them at halftime. I was thinking, I was keeping up. I didn't actually get to watch the game, but I was keeping up with the score updates. I was pretty happy that at halftime I was thinking, I've got this one right. And Dicksboro rolled back into the game, and look, it's not good enough for them that they only scored 2 points in the second half. And look, they'll know that's nowhere near enough to get into the final. But Dicksboro will know if you're trailing by 1-8 to 6 points at halftime to Sarsfields in the final, you ain't coming back like that. You're not coming back like that. So they know that they're going to have to make a better start in the final.
They definitely will, yeah. Veris, like Sarsfields are just a different breed of a team to Loughgiel, and they definitely have to make a better start than they did in the semi-final. One thing as well, Seamus, I think you backed Loughgiel Shamrocks in the Camogie and you backed the FINA in the hurling. One thing that you have to learn, never write off the Cats.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's one of those things that I had a bit of a stinker this week. I always kind of look at the videos where I'm pointing at who I think is going to win. The week previous, I think I got 10 out of 12, and I was thinking, well, that's pretty good. This week I got 4 out of 9, so that's not great. I can't lie, that's not great. So the only thing that I can say on a little bit of a positive note is, look, 2 of the teams that I thought were going to win, one of them lost after extra time and one of them lost by a point. So they weren't exactly tragic predictions. It wasn't like when I predicted Tyrone to beat Kerry in the quarterfinal last year.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, that's the worst prediction. I think it was in Colin Parkinson's introduction. Do you remember the 2017? I think it was Conan Doherty that said it. Fantastic pundit. I really, really like Conan. Yeah. But I remember him saying before the 2017 semi-final against Dublin, he was like, I think Tyrone are going to win. And that was Dublin tore them limb from limb. That was when Con O'Callaghan got the goal in the first 5 minutes and just Dublin ate them alive for the rest of the game. Like, it's one of these things where those games, you pick one or you pick the other. And nail your colours to the mast. But going into these final games, it's going to get even harder to call. It's going to get even harder. Like Glen Scottstown. I don't feel comfortable going either way in that game. But yeah, it's been an absolute marathon, Matthew. Thanks so much for coming on again, taking the time out of your day. 1 hour, 40 minutes on the clock. Thanks to anyone who tuned in over that hour and 40 minutes. We will be with you again very, very soon to talk about GAA again, most likely. But again, to talk about the club championship action as well. Until that next episode, guys, take care.